What's up, guys? Welcome to Wasted Space, welcome back to the Rim, and the continued progress towards our starship. Ready for launch? Not so much. Launch reports, missing everything. Not everything quite, but still, plenty missing. Now, there were a few derps last episode, starting off with the fact that this room now has no way in and out of it. So, let's go about switching that up, I suppose. Probably a good idea. There are also some bits and bobs of power that kind of need sorting. There's a battery I never replaced just there that probably should. Let's have a look what else is going on power-wise, aside from some weird bits that can clearly be cleaned up a little. Remnants from when I was rebuilding the base, I imagine. More breakdowns. Let's get these guys moving along. So that's those ones there. For some reason this wire goes the long way round. That's not connected on for a purpose, so that's all fine. Anything else down here that's looking... Part of me wants to connect... Oh, hang on. That shouldn't be broken either. Part of me wants to connect around and down, like from this up. And I'm going to. Redundancy and whatnot. What's going on? Cargo pods. Okay. What do we got? Meat. Meat literally outside the base. Oh, speaking of huskies. Training and iguanas need to be checked, because I'm pretty sure... Firstly, that some of the huskies are not training properly, but also just quick check to make sure we don't have any male iguanas. But Gummy, what about you? Yeah, we got some that need hauling training and probably some that need obedience training as well. You need haul. What else we got? Any more huskies easily visible? Brutus needs obedience. Black needs hauling. Master's clearly got it, otherwise I wouldn't be wandering off in that direction. What about Vanilla? Same deal. Hopefully that's all of them. Dark Bandana, or again, clearly doing it. MJ clearly doing it. Cool, that should help. What else have we got? So, another thing we could potentially do is we had... Chef here. Some people are suggesting I put some legs on him and try and improve what's going down there, because he's taking ages to recruit. But I think with the 99%, he's just going to take ages to recruit, unfortunately. Another thing I wanted to do was whack down another research bench for Hodor. There we go, steel, high-tech, and maybe just there? Makes sense. The only annoying thing with this is we're going to need one of the analyzers to go with it. And yep, they need gold. Of course. Oh well, we can start going with that. I'm not going to use the gold for anything else. Another thing I kind of want to do is stick down a electric smithy so that we can actually build deadweight to club. I feel kind of bad. He's been running around weaponless for ages. But other than that, things are going pretty well. Check the meal situation. I could unsuspend lavish. Add some more fine meals to the list. Yeah, I think I will actually. And this doesn't have fine meals on it at all, so let's put fine meals in here as well. Do until we have, sure, 60, minimum cooking skill of like 10, ingredient radius doesn't matter, I don't want allow rotten, and then, yeah, I think I'm going to turn lavish meals back on again. Although, what on earth? Why was I, we were so well off for food. Was I really thinking that 160 was a good number? Let's bring that back down again a little, shall we? Because otherwise this is going to fill up, and I bet you we've got eggs that are going to potentially hatch as well. Cool, that's better. That means both of the tables are being used. Things were going a bit slow for some reason. Well, not for some reason, for that reason. What else have we got? We could start work on this, but let's have a look. Yeah, we're still waiting on the research. Almost done. Antimatter propulsions first, and then we got to do cryo caskets, and then ship cryo caskets. It's not too bad. Addy's getting it done relatively fast. Hodor on stone cutting. Is that a good idea? Probably not. Ooh, turret that needs reconnecting. And it's cold inside still. Do I want to do more heaters? Yeah, I do want to do more heaters. Power is just not really much of an issue for us at the moment, especially as we've got a geothermal outside that we could use. So I'm just going to whack down a few extra heaters. We did those two last time, so maybe 2 more at the moment's enough. We'll have a look-see. Animal starvation, stupid iguana. We actually also got 3 calves, someone pointed out, correctly, which is fine. We're going to let them grow and use them as even more meat. The meat source should be pretty good now between iguanas, cows, and hunting, and of course the huge number of rhinos. Although it looks like I could do with replacing more of these beds. Where is it? Elephant skin. Blankly use elephant skin. Right, let's do this like this for the time being, and then I can easily go and fill it back in again later. That'll be on, and these should be there as well. Essentially go through and replace all of them. Nice, things progressing along. How are we doing? For components are fine, steel's fine, huge amount of silver, huge amount of sandstone, so that's all good. Let's do a bit. The mining's finished here, so we've got a bit of steel in that wall, and then I think I might start cutting it across this way. Family in the Unclestown group, there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Quick, beat them to death! Like I did with Freya, because that annoys you guys no end, apparently. Ah, they got what they deserved. Come wandering in my base trying to kill me. That ain't no family, I know. Also notice it's starting to, like, run a little poorly now. We've got this many colonists and animals and so on, which is kind of impressive. Don't need to train the calves. Sweet, research done there, so straight onto cryotosleep caskets. Yeah, it does need the multi-analyzer, which of course, oh, bulk good trader, they might actually have some gold. Because of course I spent the gold we did have on this shiny plant pot. Really worth it, 100% worth. Kieran. Too many people again, I've got to stop trying to... Wow, Kieran's miles away. Kieran, can you come and call this bulk goods trader for me? I need a few more bits of gold and they might buy some trash off us. Probably not, because it's bulk goods, but still. That is a long way around. Now, another thing that was suggested, recommend... Oh, there we go. Done. Gold, gold, gold. No gold. Oh. Why does a box good trader sell animals? We could trade off some of our huskies. Should probably sell doll. Getting old. Trade off our huskies for terriers? No, I don't think so. What have you got that we might want? Could buy a ton of chocolate. That could be kind of fun. Get everyone in a good mood. You've got components. I do not want to hang around waiting on components. So let's buy those. You've got meds that are hideously expensive, so I'm not buying that. Oh, they do have gold. Almost missed it. Covered up by the microphone. I'll take all of that because I can't be bothered dragging it around. We got so much money, it's not a big deal. And then do I want chocolate as well? How much is that for chocolate? It's like 1,000's worth of chocolate. Sure, let's mood boost everybody. Bit of chocolate around the base. Cheer everybody up a bit. Get that mood rising. What is temperatures inside looking like? They've built these, so I'm going to make sure I adjust them down. Where's the other one? There it is. Adjust them down to something sensible. Yay, temperatures indoors are much more sensible now. Bedrooms 15, 16. Still not hot, but better. Nice, and there's the goal we needed to get that finished. So Hodor has a purpose again. Poor Hodor. We give him a reason to live. Good dining chair, sure. Let's give him a chair to sit on as well. He's even a little bit closer to his bedroom there. Speaking of which, you got cabin fever again yet? Yeah, a little bit. Slept in the cold, struck compacted steel, idle colonists. That's because we're not building anything. Can we build the ship engine? Oh, God. Yeah, I remember now. You guys, I'm sure, can imagine how much that is annoying me at this point. Like, why would you not just make it symmetrical? You could put it on sideways, I suppose, but then you need 2 engines, and I can't be bothered to build 2 engines. So, no, I'm afraid this is just going to be a really stupid-looking ship. I did warn you guys. I did warn you that the ship was going to look dumb. But we can get on with that. Steel, plastic, you see, we've got all the components, so there's no problem there. That gives them something to do. Mining down here is still going on, although they're going to be getting angry with me while they're in there, because it's so dark and horrid. So be it. I'm not about to go and do anything special just for you folks. You can deal with it while you're in there. Let me guess. Random animals starving because they're asleep. Oh, Brutus, did we train you? Brutus is too small. You catch them when they're asleep is clearly the best way. What's that? Oh, your machine's broken down. I'm expecting the raid, basically. And that one had a bit of slowdown alongside it. And I was like, oh, here it is. Here it is. Eggs down there. Are they going to get picked up or are they going to hatch? I suppose to some extent it's not a massive deal, because it just means we've always got meat in some form, whether it comes from eggs or if it comes from slaughtering the iguana that come out. Is there anything else I need to add? I need to do this row, don't I? So, and it's probably quicker like this. Everyone is inevitably sitting there thinking, why aren't you doing it the other way? Iguana 5, wake yourself up. Up. Thank you. And I suspect we're just going to need more, and given we've got all of this elephant skin, let's continue her down. I'll give him stuff to do as well. Brutus, still starving, still asleep. How do you know you're starving when you're asleep? Just saying, like, just one thing I don't ever remember being is hungry while sleeping. That's getting on, that's getting on. Is there anything else I want to do in here? Table of hot ore, fine meals, legs for chef. No, we did have radio radish that, yay, people are eating chocolate. And let's see if we can immediately see the result on the moods graph from that. Yay! What is all this? This is dual marriage, some raids, and then, yeah, keeping everything up. That's looking, we're back up like this. It's just the effect of getting the good meals. New recruit. Chef's on board. Blooming hell. Chef, we're going to give you a leg then. That seems appropriate. We do not have a bionic though, I'm afraid. So you're going to have a peg left leg. And as such, we also need to go and work out what it is you're going to be doing once we've done that. It's actually not bad at some stuff. Not sure I want you hunting. Definitely don't want you cooking. That's fine. Bed rest, yep. Doctor, no. Patient, yes. And then Smith Taylor, he's decent. He's decent. I still feel like we're going to have him hauling and cleaning first, but then Smith and Taylor seems to be, and crafting and so on, seems to be good. Chef's going to be kind of handy like that. Let's just check his meds are correct. Of course they aren't. You better not have used Glitterworld for him. I'm just saying. No, the Glitterworld is actually directly forbidden. That's one thing I did do right. Okay, so another thing that people pointed out and is completely legitimate, makes a lot of sense, this should be a way in and out of the base, just here. It's in a perfect spot for it. So, sandstone auto door, one there, one there. Because this is inside the courtyard area, it shouldn't need the multiple door setup that we've normally got. Actually, thinking about that, we could probably get away with holding one of those open too, but... Or will that screw everything up? It's not slowing them down too much. Let's continue how we've been doing things. Dead weight. Come on, man. Come on. No, deconstruct. Cancel that one. And that one. Always the same with these guys. Don't know how to build a wall without building themselves into it. Cool. Anyway, they should be getting on with that, and then as you can imagine, once that's done, that's going to be a very nice cut through to get in and out instead of having to walk this whole way around the inside of the base. Probably one I should have done a while ago. Now, the other thing I suspect is, yeah, we got no marble. So where's the nearest chunk of marble? I mean, this is all sandstone we're cutting through here, so that's no use. There is marble down there. Is there anything closer? How about up top where this entrance is? Because this used to be a lot further away than it is. No, not really. I'm just loath to go too close to the edges of the map when I'm too far away from the base, because that is where the raids start. They always start on the edges of the map, and so like this corner is actually kind of dangerous, being down this sort of area. There's dromedary there. Should I hunt them? I mean, keeping the meat supply up is important, but we've only used 500 of the elephant meat so far. You know what I should also do is change this stockpile. Meals. Oh, it is allowed fine meals as well. Alright, for now, let's turn the simple meals off then. And those can just be a store of simple meals. They'll go through the fine meals quick enough. Is that... Yeah. These things don't spoil quickly, do they? I mean, they were going to spoil because they'd been outside for so long. Animals... We've got an iguana called Brain Dead. That was brilliant. Why do I suspect more eggs have hatched? Yep. Slaughter the males. I might slaughter all the males soon. We can't do that, can we? It's just getting a bit on the ridiculous side, the iguanas. So I'm going to watch and see what actually happens with them, because I only ever see them get eaten. We run out of elephant skin. We ran out of elephant skin. You got 30, you got 28, you got 17. So get rid of those two. Do the iguanas also kill the ones marked for slaughter, or does someone come and slaughter them and then the iguanas just eat? Yeah, someone comes and slaughters and then the iguanas just eat the corpse. Apparently there's nothing they like more than iguana corpse. Because they do eat that religiously. Just gone the second it appears. Drone dairy just running around nearby. More stuff to mine out. It's all good. What's this? Social fight with Jurgen. Reason insulted. A slight on her very person. Surely not. At least that doesn't really do any noticeable damage, etc. Okay, well, this was doing our jade small sculpture. Does that just... We might not have enough jade, thinking about it. We do have almost 1,000, but apparently that's just not working. So, whatever. Let's get back to using stone then, I suppose. Got so much sandstone. Get on with it. And over here, add bill, mace, 4 deadweight. Details, minimum crafting skill, like 15 if we have some. Let's go 14. And please make his mace out of uranium, because that's weird and silly. We got enough uranium for that, do you think? No, we don't. Nope. It's got 75 times 20. No, not even close. That times 20 thing's a killer. Plasteel? I want to save the plasteel for the ship. A wooden one? Let's just make him a steel one, I reckon. Reckon that makes a bit more sense. That's all not too bad. That's built. Now I have to. Yeah, Addy uses that one. Does Hodot will use the other one at the same time, or is that just not? Does it not work like that? Never really been in a position to want to try multiple research stations at the same time, so I don't really know. Is this mostly done? Yep, it is. Let's fill in the other bits. Deconstruct that bit. Zero, you're really slow at building stuff. Perfect. And that will make things quite a lot more efficient, I think. Indoors 15, 13, 15, 16. Yeah, we need another heater. This room seems like a appropriate spot. Sure. At least we can sure in here is fine. In there is fairly chilly as well. Doll is pregnant. Everybody is. Everything is pregnant. All very calm. Nicola's making a mace, so we did have someone with high enough crafting skill. Good. Or high enough crafting skill for what I set it at. Cass doing the important work there, keeping the floors clean. Good job, Cass. Poke the bear. Poke it with a spoon. Alright, I'm going to poke you. And that's Dragon. Dragon looks quite a lot like Cass. Worth throwing that out there. Nice. Mining down there is going okay. More components. Christ, so much stuff. I would say that we should have gone down there earlier, but in reality, this wasn't just outside the base a long time ago. So our offset engine is done. Launch report. No cryosleep caskets. Hodder is idle, so that would suggest to me that you can't use 2 research benches at the same time, which is a shame. Oh, well then. I guess I might as well deconstruct that, because it's going to be Addy doing all the work. And that, Screw it, whatever. Leave it there. Leave it there. It's not doing any actual harm. Right, what else can we do to make this base look a bit prettier? Now, if nothing else, I'm pretty sure there was some power here that should now need to be deconstructed. Yep. That bit there, and everything along that line. What's that? Party! So we're getting parties instead of raids. It's freaking me out. Everybody happy? I think they get, yeah, a little bit crowded buff when they're in here, unfortunately. And they don't get the, like, super nice recreation room buff for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe I've packed it out too much. We've got too many chairs now or something. You never see that many people watch TV. Maybe let's uninstall a couple of these to give a few extra spots in the room. Lighting-wise, I don't really want to get rid of any more of them. Hey, you can be sure that if nothing else, where's the history? Mood? Really? You just had a double party and it's just tanked. I would have expected party times to have been good times, but apparently not. Animal starvation. Meh. Meh. Ash is angry. What, because there's been a party? This area here is pretty dark. Although, let me guess, we've got lights I can install down there. Yep. Is that going to actually hook up to some power anywhere? Don't know. Maybe? Let's see when they put it down. Good job, Cass. You clean those rooms good. Although they were sleeping in that room. Normally, housekeeping doesn't come in when you're actually asleep in the room. I suppose that is arguably the downside of a night owl, is they can be quite disturbing when to other people. Oh, we've got no chef. Brilliant. Okay, set for colonists. Nice. It means that we can start getting rid of this last bit of wall that's been plaguing me for God knows how long. You're just going to do that one bit. You lazy git. Cool. Dark is pregnant. Everyone's pregnant. Ash is really angry with me. What is up, bro? My friend died. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. Freya, I guess, was Ash. Yeah. Oh well. Sorry, Ash. He's one that. Oh yeah, it's only a soft break, and he's cheering up now that he's in there. Oh no, yeah. Very impressive rec room. They do get that, and very impressive dining room when it's not crowded. So during parties, it's a bit too crowded in there. That's good to know. Let's see, is anyone going to get onto that at some point soon? That would be quite nice. Alright, let's do Kieran and radishes. Getting slightly nervous on the basis that Cass is not doing a huge amount, and there are a few tricks left that she hasn't used yet. Like toxic fallout, for example, or I haven't had an infestation in quite a while as well. Yeah, visitors is fine. Seem to have a few items to trade. Cool, we're going to check you out in a sec. Dragon's clearly about to finish that, so for the sake of not disturbing their sleep any longer, let's get that bit done. Colonist idle. Right, where are these visitors? They haven't made it in yet. Cool. Cryotosleep caskets done. Cryptosleep. They're not cryotosleep, they're cryptosleep in this game for some reason. Anyway, they are done, which is sweet. Few more steps left. Of course, we need the ship ones before we can actually start building them, but One last little bit. Someone come and do this a little bit. Good job, Mick. That's also acceptable. I like how you sealed off your own room first. So you get your priorities straight. Good man. I had a feeling someone was going to still come in and do that. Boomalope self-tamed. I don't want a boomalope. I did this before. I don't want one. I'm tempted to give it like its own little area out here and somewhere away and just slaughter it. Yeah, let's. Of course, it's not going to do that because it won't be Brutus. That would have been good. Yeah, that's not going to work anyway. But yes, we're going to have to go and slaughter that, unfortunately. And it's a boomalope, so that doesn't necessarily work out that well in the long run. Nice, that stuff's almost done. I forgot to do anything with the visitors. Although, they seem to be leaving a really interesting direction. You're going to come through us to leave. Why did you go up there, of all places? I mean, let's have a quick look. But given they don't have any muffalo with them, they're probably not getting anything interesting. No. Don't want a good PDW, really. We have all the weapons we need up here in the armory. Infestation. Did I call it, or did I call it? Interesting, and it's popped up in some really funny places. Kieran, training gummy. No, you're not. We're going to need to unforbid this, and Kieran's going to go through there. What else we got? Anyone else? Shit, Decagon's not in a very good position either. So what I can do is cancel that and get him up there. That gets those out of the area. So what do we got to deal with? It's this mess down here and a little bit in the prison. That's not too bad as long as I get guys in positions for this ASAP. Now everybody is sniper equipped. So we've got the range. Chef actually doesn't have a weapon, and he's wearing a personal shield. So Chef, go and grab a charge rifle. I think that would be appropriate. Who else have we got? So, Addy, more snipers. Let's get you up and into the medical bay. Xavier Sugar, all of these guys, like everybody here. Get over this direction. Same with you guys. What's going on? Have we got any actual colonists in amongst this mess? No. Because I'm going to move Kieran through, hopefully. And in doing so, then redraft the animals again on this side to try and get them out of the way. Anybody else that's in dangerous positions? You guys are all covered. You guys are all... Yeah, so Kieran is our concern here. Although he did get out, and I'd forgotten that it was on what it was. Do these melee attacking black? Yeah, that's what I was kind of afraid of. Kieran's getting chased. We're very spread out here. Why is there a boomalope asleep in my base? I don't want a boomalope asleep in my base. I'm really unsure because of how they've come out outside. They've always popped up in rooms previously. Okay, at the moment anyway, it's all people moving. I think actually you guys could fall back this direction. Kieran, go down this way. No, not forbidden. Go down this way and shut the door behind you, sir. That should keep some of them off of him. I mean, if worst case scenario, well, we can let them fight the animals. I'm sure the animals will do something of representing themselves. You folks here, we need to deal with this open corridor problem first. So, all of you guys were travelling up to shoot down from that direction. You two need to go in this direction and maybe join Addy. You folks are all going that direction too. Okay. Keep an eye on the animals. We are going to lose some animals here, without a shadow of a doubt. What do we lose? Is that just black? Black's in shock, doll's in shock. Let me guess, black and doll are some of our oldest. Doll most definitely is. This is going to wind Kieran up pretty bad. You know what, Kieran? I got a great place for you. Now, this one seems to be chasing that direction. These guys are actually starting to get shots, which is fine. Fighting down corridors like this, really not a good way of doing it. Cool, that's working. So we've got Kieran in his own little room. These guys are sort of attacking bits of the base, which is fine. And everyone else is doing a job of... Decagon, you just get out of the way, mate. We can have Mick in here as well. I think Mick could do with being in one of these doorways. Maybe Addy in one of these doorways. Anyone else with short-range weaponry with us? Deadweight, you don't even have a weapon. I think Cassie into there would be a good plan, but what I don't want to do is do anything too bad where they're crossing each other's lines of fire. Hodor, no sir. Raven and Max, I think you can be part of this crew. Get you back in for a second, and maybe you as well, Cass. The sniper rifle is doing an alright job. Let's not have too much friendly fire. Cool, right, so there's still a bit more digging going on. I can hear it. So what bugs are digging where? Black is technically still alive. They're digging into that wall. Right, Max and Raven move in. One at a time, we shall deal. Everything down there is kind of contained. Kieran's, like, good luck coming into that room. You're going to get... oh, there'll be a bit of a surprise in there. Other than that, plenty of these guys have got fire. I don't want to move them because that seems to increase the chance of friendly fire. So short of that... Are there no more people in range? There are not. Cool. All right, then this gives me an opportunity to actually set people up in more sensible positions. So, Billy, Amber, Xavier, 3 across the corridor. I think that's actually all we can manage. God damn it. All right, let's just pack him in there. With the exception of Gravel, who doesn't really need to be involved. I don't like this. I don't know what else they're doing. They seem quite content to just sit down there and let me shoot at them. Poor move. Animal shield user has ranged weapon. Oh, yeah. Okay. Need to get rid of that shield. Where are you? Drop, please. Okay, elsewhere. Just want to keep track on what the other ones of them are doing. These ones kind of moving around weirdly a bit down there. It's fine. Okay, it looks like we're going to need to move this group down a bit. Kind of fire. Oh, no, maybe not. You gonna get shots? Yep. screw it. Let's move this group down a bit anyway. That looks like such a bad idea. I can't think of any other way. If we get too much attention, they'll just come piling up. And bang. Ooh. Do about this little fella. That ought to do it. Who's in a bad mood? Let me guess it's Ash. That's a bit less good. Where's going to be the safest? No, I'm in hell. Where's going to be the safest place to send these guys? Probably in there, ironically. And they're coming through this way too. Okay. Probably need Cass's help. Get Dragon round, Eldred and Ash round as well. Gravelfoot 2. Max, how is your gear? You have got an armor vest and a power armor helmet. Okay, so not too bad. In which case, I'm not going to move, guys. I'm going to let them have the firepower. Let's bring Dragon around to where she can shoot. Cass into that doorway. Max health. Trivial so far, but won't be trivial for much longer. First colonist to actually take a hit. Can I trust this stuff to just do itself? Yeah. Alright, so we can focus here for now. These guys are coming round to help. That does a decent amount of work. Oh, good. Good job. Wasn't expecting that. Right, so these guys are going to be feeding out of there now, so it's time we set up a bit more of a shooting range here. Mick, charge rifles can be for when they come into the room. Melee can be on the corner, essentially, and sniper rifles can be holding those points. And Dragon, you got a bit more range, so... Maybe Gravel could move to a slightly better location there. It's fine. Taking them down. Keep it up, folks. Not sure about this, I have to say. Although without that, apparently they're not going to be able to actually fire, so sure. One of those two is terrible. Terrible mood, Ash. What can we do? Where are you going to go? Consuming lavish meal, that's fine. I'm alright with that. Max is not bleeding badly at all. No, 20%, that's a not even worth worrying about number. Nicola, I don't know why you've not been involved in this fight, but I feel like you should have been. You've been letting your teammates down. The ones down there just seem happy to... Where are you going now? Okay. Bonded animal's death. Doll's down. Black's going to go with. And Kieran is going to be getting unhappy. It's all going to be Kieran, isn't it? Needs... Bonded animal died -15. Very crowded. Yeah, I suppose it probably is, isn't it? On that basis, you want to just come outside there. Very crowded -20 is probably not a helpful thing. Are there any more really down there? Is the boomalope? No! What is Howler up to? I mean, I'm sure he can look after himself, but... Nice. Radish is starving. I suppose that does make some sense. Stop doing that. Put them all in the same straight. A couple of them down there. So I actually think these guys are now going to be better off almost on this corner. Are we going to be able to shoot on those things in time, do you think? Probably. Ash. No, mate. Hodor, Billy, left foot shot off fresh. Yeah, this is, when you've got this many people in tiny corridors, there's not a huge amount you can do to avoid that stuff, I don't think. We've got a tiny number of them left down there, and a tiny number of them left up there, and then we've got the ones in the rooms. So what are we going to do about that? These ones are a bit of a pain. Let's get Mick over here, and we'll let these out upwards. Okay, here, one of you can move in a more sensible spot. They're really not bothered, are they? They're just like, yeah, shoot me all you want. Oh, come on now. You're breaking our pool tables. Okay, a bit more down going on down there. A couple of things. Are you going for the boomalope? You are going for the boomalope. I knew they would go for the boomalope eventually. Bastards. Kill it in time. Where else is there lots of noise? That's up there. Speleopede. Oh no, they're in amongst the animals now. What have we got left? We got an injured mega scarab. Is that it? And a speleopede. Have some howler. You folks. A speleopede there. This guy is all. These guys are all long range weapons, aren't they? I need you guys somewhere else now. Everything from in that room seems to be dead. Oh no, there's one stupid thing left. Because I need Mick and co down there to stop them from slaughtering all the iguana. Cass and Dragon, I guess. Dragon also took a hit. Hopefully not too bad. Howler, are you not? I was expecting Howler to now actually go out and do some fighting, rather than continue to allow this Mega Scarab to cause all the problems. You three, over here. Kieran, up in the corner again. Iguana has been eaten by an iguana. Oh, now he's screwed off and gone back inside. I suppose we probably do someone rescuing some of that stuff pretty soon. So there's still one injured speleopede and one mega scarab wandering around in there that seems to refuse to want to get in the right place. And everyone's got snipers, which makes it really difficult to do anything about that. How are we doing? Nice. Good shots. We managed to kill that thing in there yet? That one's down. And the final one in here. I think that's all of them. Nope, there's one injured one left. Really? You're just going to let it escape? How much health is it on? Not much. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of it. A load of royal jelly. And then finally, these three that are going to be Hodor, Cassie, Max and Chef. What a mess. Oh, and Kieran, let's do you... Please rescue the Boomerlope before it blows up down there. Who did we lose? Did we lose Edge? No, we still got Edge. Ah, Boomerlope's gonna blow. Go treat it ASAP. Before it blows up. Missing a hump. And a front left hoof. Mech Dragon. Iguana has been eaten by Braindead. Did do Hodder and Cass as well, didn't I? Yep. God, what a mess. Any others that I held open, didn't hold open, that now need to be changed? That cut through needs to be fixed. I think that's all the rebuilding, unless the power has gone really honky as well. But they generally don't destroy the power because they mine through rather than anything else. Cool. You two continue on the hives. Dragon and Mick with the strong constitutions. They don't give a damn. Ah, we did lose some here as well, of course, didn't we? The continued adventures of the worst shooting people in the colony. Nice, I guess we can speed this up a bit. Who's starving? Dragon and Mick. Not much of a surprise, I suppose. Which means we're going to need to go and grab... I suppose this is a good opportunity for me to ensure that not everybody has snipers. Because while that's good in most scenarios, there are a few where it's not. Like that one. Trader from Unclestown. Those two have already got their weapons. Right, guys, can you come down and help me finish off these things before they reproduce? Thank you. Last one. That was the last one, wasn't it? Yes, that was the last one. Right, we'll get to clearing up the mess. And who lost a foot? Somebody lost a foot. Can't remember who it was. Stomach destroyed. Left fingers. Brother's missing a shoulder? Since when? And how is the shoulder not the same as an arm? Like, does she still have an arm? No, 50%. Okay, that's an interesting one. Don't have any bionics, so nothing we can do about that. Pinky, foot shot off. Moving paw. The foot shot off is not the same as left, yeah. It's not the same as losing everything. So what is in here? Heart, joy wire, pain stopper. That's it, isn't it? Could do with a vendor for some of that stuff. And guys starting to get beaten up a little bit. Oh, they destroyed some blooming... Lost some hydro basins as well. I don't know what I'm complaining about. That could have been way worse. And now they're actually getting on with it. Order, structure, sandstone. Fill in the hole. Clean the things. Poor mood. Where's the trade caravan? Probably do want to go for these guys. Which means, where's Kieran? Get out there. Let's do some trading. Yes, this is what we need. Look at all this stuff we get. How much you got? 1,500. Not much. Okay. Is there anything we can buy from you? Components. Won't say no, even though there are only 4. Medicine is way expensive. And you got frag grenades. Alright, so we're just selling stuff. And Molotov cocktails can be included, because, yeah, I don't want to be using those. How about 800? Pistols? No. We got anything else down here that's more sensible? Triple rocket launchers? Another triple rocket launcher. I'm going to keep the incendiary launcher just because it sounds dangerous. And that seems like a good move. If it sounds dangerous, then why not? Most of this stuff's in reasonable condition now, actually. I think that might do. You don't... Yeah, it's just our stuff, isn't it? And animals. Cool. Oh, and almost the end of the episode, I reckon, as well. Some ship progress, mostly research-wise, and, I mean, look at that mess. Cass has got plenty work to do this evening. Also, that boomalope. What am I going to do with this blooming boomalope? I think I might have to make a little area out here called Boomalope so that we can take it outside and kill it. Basically. Nice. So much repair work and so on needed. More stuff breaking down. Hodor's in a terrible mood. Probably because I still only got... whoops. Very mild cabin fever, that's okay. Rid of those FPS drops back again. Oh, that's better. That's right, clean. Get the evidence of blood and warfare off our floors. Not bad. Is there anything I can do to help out that sort of situation in future? I'm not sure there is, not without dramatically changing the internal layout of the base to go with even wider corridors than 2. And so I suppose there is a potential that I can do some of this here and there. Sort of actually open up some of the rooms that don't need to be quite that closed off. That sounds an auto door. I could also, I don't know why I've got these. Shame there's not a button that you can use, because it's an auto door, right? Why can't I just close all doors? That would be kind of funky. But so be it. Right, let's get rid of this blooming boomalope. Zone area. Where are we? Animals. And areas. Is that the maximum number of areas I'm allowed? Really? Yeah, that's as many areas as I'm allowed to have. Well, that's good to know. So that does mean that even if I wanted to do the multiple base things all split up, I probably wasn't going to be able to. So I guess clear allowed area. We don't use the staging because it never really worked quite as well as I wanted. So let's. But that's not an animal area, is it? I need to get rid of it. Or can we assign the animals to staging? No, you can't. So need to get rid of the blooming thing. Staging. Delete. Animals. Manage areas. Not allowed to build a new animal area either. I've just got too many animal areas, apparently. You're only allowed 5. 5 of each. That's an odd restriction, given that... I guess it's a restriction due to this UI. Not really being that well suited to fitting more. Oh well. I guess I'll leave that for the time being. Base looks a lot nicer when it isn't covered in blood and guts. Technically, he should be relatively safe down there. Shouldn't cause too many problems. Ah, that's better. Cool, well I reckon that's a good place to leave it, guys. Kind of dealt with that infestation not too badly, I thought. I was taking a few risks with how they're firing over the tops of each other and so on. But to be fair, the reasoning behind that is because in reality, if we go to, where is it? Hunt is the best one, because this shows them the shooting skills. And you can see, actually, our guys are... There's no one that's really terrible. You know, they're not doing badly across the board, so it's not as risky as it was at the start, let's put it that way. But as far as progress was made today, we got an engine, we got most of our research done. I actually did some tidying up in the base, haven't done that in a while, which is quite nice. Increased the number of animals we've got, and that seems to be about it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you did like this one, then obviously please hit that like button. It really does help me out. If you didn't like it, hammer that dislike button by all means. I've got to make an apology for whatever is going on outside. I'm just hearing screaming children every 30 seconds or so. Sorry for that. I can't do much about it. Don't know what it even is, but I don't know. Sounds like they're having fun. And otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, folks. I'll catch you for the next one.